Okay, so now we take what we learned yesterday, or reviewed really, because that was technically an 8th grade skill. Now we take that, and it's not going to be that simple when it comes to algebra. They're not going to always give it to you in slope-intercept form. They could give it to you in standard form. Now we should already know how to convert from slope-intercept form to, or standard form to slope-intercept form, because we spent so much time on it. And we're going to spend a lot more time on it, so be prepared. I'm going to cross out number 1 because it's not technically a good example to go over, which I won't really talk about, but let's look at number 2. First, we want to make sure we go from standard form to slope-intercept form. That means solve for y. So the first step means we're going to move the x. To move the x, since it's positive x, we're going to subtract x. So we have y equals negative x plus 2. Okay, that being said, my y-intercept is positive 2, so I'm going to start on the y-axis at positive 2. My slope is negative 1, but we want to do rise over run, so we're going to make it a fraction by doing negative 1 over positive 1, which just tells me which direction to go, remember from yesterday. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1 from my y-intercept of 2. So down 1, right 1, 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 down 1, right 1. And the opposite direction would be up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. And then we connect our dots by using a ruler to draw a line. So number 3, we want to solve for x first. This is what I call that silent killer, so be careful, because I'm going to subtract x first. So I have negative y equals negative x minus 1. I hope all of that was in the screen. Okay, with that being said, the reason why I call it a silent killer is because people forget that this is not just y, this is negative y, which means I have to actually divide by negative 1 to everything. So y equals negative x becomes positive 1x, and negative 1 becomes positive 1 plus 1. So my y-intercept is actually positive 1. My slope is 1, but since we want to make it rise over 1, we're going to do 1 over 1. So that means up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And the opposite direction would be down 1, left 1, 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 down 1, left 1. And that makes your straight line. Okay, let's bump it up some more. So number 4. Number 4, we're going to solve for x first. So that means we're going to subtract 2x. So I have 3y equals negative 2x. You can put the plus or minus 0, but it doesn't necessarily need to happen. And then I'm going to divide by 3. So I have y equals negative 2 over 3 simplifies to negative 2/3 x, and then we have a y-intercept of 0. That being said, that means we're going to start my graph at 0, 0, which is the origin. Negative 2 over 3 means we're going to go down to right 3 from the origin. So down to right 3, down to right 3. And the opposite direction would be up to left 3, up to left 3. And then that makes my straight line. So watch out for y-intercepts of 0. Number 5, we solve for y, so that means all I'm going to do first is subtract 3x. So I have y equals negative 3x minus 3. And there's no dividing because y is by itself. So we're going to start my graph at negative 3 on the y-axis. We want to make negative 3 a fraction by putting it over 1. So that means I'm going to go down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1. And the opposite direction would be up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1. And then I form my straight line. Number 6, we're going to subtract x first. So I have 2y equals negative x minus 4. I'm going to divide everything by 2. So this one, pay close attention. So I have negative 1 over 2, which simplifies to negative 1/2 x. And then negative 4 over 2 simplifies to negative 2. So watch out for that. So my y-intercept is negative 2. My slope is negative 1 over 2, so we're going to go down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. And the opposite direction would be up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. Okay, and then you form your straight line. Okay, these special cases that we mentioned yesterday, number 7, when it's just y equals 4, that means it has a slope of 0. That means it's going to be a horizontal line. It's going to go through the y-axis at positive 4 and be horizontal for a 0 slope. Whereas x equals negative 3 is an undefined slope, that means it's going to be a vertical line, and that's going to go through the x-axis at negative 3, so that means it's going to be a vertical line like that. Some more examples just to practice. Number 9, the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 4x. So I have negative 3y equals negative 4x plus 12. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 3, not just 3, so be careful. So y equals negative 4 over negative 3 simplifies this to positive 4/3 x, and positive 12 divided by negative 3 is minus 4. So if we graph it, on the y-axis would be negative 4, and then we rise over run, so we're going to do up 4, right 3, up 4, right 3, up 4, right 3, and then that makes my line. Number 10, we're going to subtract 3x first. So I have negative y equals negative 3x plus 2. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. This is again is that silent killer. So I actually have y equals negative 3 over negative 1 simplifies to 3x, and positive 2 over negative 1 simplifies to negative 2. So my y-intercept is negative 2. And my slope to make it a fraction is 3 over 1, which means I'm going to go up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, and then down 3, left 1 in the opposite direction, which means I connect my line there. Couple more. Here I'm going to subtract 4x first. So I have negative y equals negative 4x minus 3. Then I'm going to divide by everything by negative 1. So y equals negative 4 over negative 1 simplifies to 4x. Negative 3 over negative 1 simplifies to positive 3. So my y-intercept is positive 3. My slope to make a fraction would be 4 over 1, which means I'm going to go up 4, right 1. Since I cannot go up 4, right 1 on the graph given, I have to go down 4, left 1, down 4, left 1, and then that makes my straight line. Last but not least, I'm going to subtract 6x first. So I have negative 5y equals negative 6x minus 25. Then I'm going to divide everything by negative 5. So I have y equals negative 6 over negative 5 simplifies to 6/5 x, and negative 25 divided by negative 5 is positive 5. Where my y-intercept is positive 5 is where I start. 6/5 means I'm going to go up 6, right 5. Since I can't go up 6, right 5 on the graph given, that means I've got to go down 6 and then left 5. And that is the only point possible to graph on the graph given. So that means those are the only 2 dots.